do it. Okay, some of them are going home. Hey, how did you do that?
Released on July 1st, 1992, A League of Their Own is a comedy drama about the founding of the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League during World War II, a real organization that operated from 1943 to 1954, while the Major League's talent pool was depleted by the draft. The entire cast put through a 3-month baseball training camp before filming began, and some of them got really badly injured. So where did they all end up? Tom Hanks was born Thomas Jeffrey Hanks on July 9, 1956, in Concord, California, the third of 4 children. His parents divorced when he was 4. He and his 2 older siblings went with their father, an itinerant cook who remarried twice more. The family moved constantly. By his own count, Hanks attended 10 schools in 5 years. Through his mother's Portuguese family, he is a distant cousin of Nancy Hanks, mother of Abraham Lincoln. He has said that being the perpetual new kid taught him that people liked him when he made them laugh, which is perhaps the cleanest origin story in Hollywood. After junior college, he transferred to California State University, Sacramento, spent 3 years as an intern at the Great Lakes Theater Festival in Cleveland, moved to New York in 1979, and broke through as one half of the cross-dressing sitcom Bosom Buddies, 1980 to 1982. He plays Jimmy Dugan, a former baseball great now managed by whiskey, who is coerced into coaching the Peaches and spends the first third of the film ignoring them, the second third watching them with reluctant respect, and the final third being exactly the manager they needed all along.
There's no crying in baseball!
After A League of Their Own, Tom Hanks won back-to-back Academy Awards for Best Actor, Philadelphia, 1993, and Forrest Gump, 1994, the first actor to do so since Spencer Tracy in 1937 and 1938. He received his 6th Oscar nomination for Castaway, 2000, his 7th for Captain Phillips, 2013. On a November 2013 appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman, he casually announced that he had type 2 diabetes. He married his second wife, actress Rita Wilson, in 1988. She was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015, underwent a double mastectomy, and has been cancer-free since. He voiced Sheriff Woody in all 4 Toy Story films. He played Fred Rogers. He narrated The Americas for NBC in early 2025. He is 69 years old as of March 2026. Geena Davis was born Virginia Elizabeth Davis on January 21, 1956, in Wareham, Massachusetts, the daughter of a civil engineer and a teacher's assistant. She learned piano and flute as a child and played organ at her congregational church as a teenager. She was an exchange student in Sandviken, Sweden, and became fluent in Swedish. She is a member of Mensa. She attended Boston University on a drama scholarship and worked as a window mannequin at a clothing store in New York to pay her bills before landing her debut in Tootsie, 1982. She won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for The Accidental Tourist, 1988, and received a Best Actress nomination for Thelma and Louise, 1991. She plays Dottie Hinson, the team's star catcher, the best player in the league, who spent most of the film not especially trying, which drove everyone who loved baseball crazy and the audience slightly insane. In 1997, Geena Davis took up archery on a whim. She was 41. Within 2 years, she was competing seriously enough to try out for the United States Olympic archery team for the Sydney 2000 games. She placed 24th in the trials and did not make the team. She then founded the Geena Davis Institute on Gender and Media in 2004, a research organization that uses data to identify and advocate against gender disparities in film and television, which has become one of the most influential advocacy organizations in the entertainment industry. She has been married 4 times, including to actor Jeff Goldblum and to director Rennie Harlan, whose personal assistant had an affair with him during their marriage. She published a memoir, Dying of Politeness, in 2022. She turned 70 in January 2026 and is cast in Netflix's The Burrows, produced by the Duffer Brothers, premiering in 2026. Madonna was born Madonna Louise Ciccone on August 16, 1958, in Bay City, Michigan, the third of 6 children. Her mother, also named Madonna, died of breast cancer when she was 5 years old. Her father, a Chrysler engineer, had met her mother in their parish choir. After her death, he worked nights at General Motors and raised 6 children largely on his own before remarrying a woman the children did not take to. Madonna was a straight A student and a competitive dancer who received a dance scholarship to the University of Michigan and then left after 1 semester to move to New York with $35 in her pocket. She has since called it the bravest thing she has ever done. She plays May Mortabito, the center fielder who chews gum, blows bubbles, and flirts with everyone in sight, a performance she delivers with such pointed self-awareness that it reads as commentary on her own public persona, which was perhaps the point. In June 2023, Madonna was found unresponsive on the bathroom floor of her home. She had developed a severe bacterial infection that led to sepsis. She was rushed to hospital, intubated, and spent 4 days in an induced coma coma in the ICU. When she first became conscious, she told audiences on her subsequent celebration tour she saw her 6 children surrounding her and heard only the voice of her Kabbalah teacher saying, "Squeeze my hand." She called her survival a miracle. She completed her celebration tour in 2024, performing in 84 cities, and appeared at the 2025 Met Gala. She is 67 years old as of March 2026. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a new Where Are They Now video. We release them every week. Lori Petty was born on October 14, 1963, in Chattanooga, Tennessee, the eldest of 3 children of a Pentecostal minister. The family moved constantly through her childhood as her father preached at churches across the country. Her mother eventually left the family to escape domestic abuse, and later developed an addiction to drugs and alcohol, turning to sex work to support herself. Petty graduated from North High School in Sioux City, Iowa, and worked as a graphic artist in Omaha, Nebraska, before a sudden decision to become an actress took her first to New York and then to Los Angeles. She plays Kit Keller, Dottie's younger sister, the one who isn't scouted, who only gets to come because Dottie agrees to come, who has to watch her less trying sibling be better at the thing Kit loves most, and who spends the film figuring out whether she can love her sister and still want something Dottie doesn't especially want. After A League of Their Own, Lori Petty played the title role in Tank Girl, 1995, and continued working in supporting film and television roles through the 1990s and 2000s. In 2008, she wrote and directed The Poker House, a semi-autobiographical drama about 3 sisters growing up in 1970s Iowa in a household overrun by gamblers, criminals, and chaos. The film was based directly on her own childhood, and it gave Jennifer Lawrence her first major starring role. From 2014 to 2019, Petty appeared in 24 episodes of Orange is the New Black as Lolly Whitehill, a paranoid schizophrenic inmate, earning a Screen Actors Guild Award with the ensemble. She currently plays a recurring role on NCIS Origins 2024. She broke her foot during the filming of A League of Their Own, but did not tell anyone for weeks. She is 62 years old as of March 2026. Rosie O'Donnell was born Roseanne O'Donnell on March 21, 1962, in Cavanagh, New York, the third of 5 children of an Irish-American family. Her mother died of breast cancer 10 days before Rosie's 11th birthday. Her father, an electrical engineer, has been described by O'Donnell as having abused her and her siblings sexually throughout their childhood, a fact she disclosed publicly as an adult. She was homecoming queen, prom queen, and class president at Cavanagh High School South, and began performing stand-up comedy while still a teenager. She won 5 consecutive episodes of the talent competition Star Search in 1984. She plays Doris Murphy, the third baseman, the muscle, the mouth, the one who hits back when the world hits first, who misses her brother at the front and keeps swinging. After A League of Their Own, Rosie O'Donnell became a film star, and then, from 1996 to 2002, the host of The Rosie O'Donnell Show, which won 11 Daytime Emmy Awards and earned her the nickname Queen of Nice. She came out publicly as a lesbian in 2002 and became one of the most prominent LGBTQ advocates in the country. In August 2012, she suffered a heart attack. Her LAD artery was 99% blocked, what doctors call the widowmaker, after helping a large woman out of a car. She later said she had not recognized her own symptoms. Her second wife, Michelle Rounds, died by suicide in 2017. In early 2025, O'Donnell moved to Ireland with her youngest child, citing the political climate in the United States, applied for Irish citizenship through descent, and began living in the coastal Dublin suburb of Sandymount. In July 2025, President Trump publicly threatened to revoke her U.S. citizenship. Legal experts dismissed the threat as unconstitutional. She is 64 years old as of March 2026. Jon Lovitz was born Jonathan Michael Lovitz on July 21, 1957, in Tarzana, California, to a Jewish family. His paternal grandfather had emigrated from Romania around 1914 and changed his name from Feivel Yankulovici to Philip Lovitz upon arrival. His father was an anesthesiologist. He has a twin sister, Leslie. He decided at age 13, after watching Woody Allen's Take the Money and Run, that he wanted to be a comedian. He earned a drama degree from UC Irvine in 1979 and joined the Groundlings Improvisational Company in Los Angeles, where he became close friends with Phil Hartman, a friendship he would later describe as the one he treasured most in his life. He suggested Lorne Michaels hire Hartman for Saturday Night Live by telling him, "If you think I'm good, you should see Phil." He was cast on SNL in 1985, creating the characters of Tommy Flanagan, the pathological liar, yeah, that's the ticket, Master Thespian, and Hanukkah Harry, and earning 2 Emmy nominations. He plays Ernie Capadino, the baseball scout dispatched to find talent, who discovers Dottie and Kit on a farm in Oregon. A small role, but one that functions as the film's opening engine. After A League of Their Own, Jon Lovitz continued on SNL until 1990 and went on to The Critic, 1994 to 1995, multiple Simpsons appearances, and recurring roles on Friends, Seinfeld, and News Radio, where he joined the cast as Phil Hartman's replacement after Hartman was shot and killed by his wife on May 28, 1998, following her relapse into cocaine use at a party. Lovitz has said publicly that Andy Dick, a cast member on News Radio, had given Hartman's wife cocaine at a Christmas party in 1997, triggering the relapse. On July 10, 2007, at the Laugh Factory in Los Angeles, Dick told Lovitz, "I put the Phil Hartman hex on you. You're the next to die." Lovitz grabbed Dick by his shirt and slammed him backwards into the bar. The doorman separated them. He continues to perform stand-up and remains active in television. He is 68 years old as of March 2026. David Strathairn was born David Russell Strathairn on January 26, 1949, in San Francisco, California. His father was a physician, his mother a nurse. Through his paternal grandmother, he is of partly native Hawaiian and Chinese descent. He attended Williams College in Williamstown, Massachusetts, where he majored in theater and met fellow student John Sayles, with whom he would collaborate on more than a dozen films. After graduation, he traveled to Florida to visit his grandfather, and his grandfather died while Strathairn was en route. He found himself in Florida alone, with no connections and no plan, and responded by enrolling in the Ringling Brothers Clown College and spending 6 months working as a clown in a traveling circus. He plays Ira Lowenstein, the baseball league's administrator, the one who actually believes in what the league is doing, and spends the film quietly trying to protect it from everyone who thinks it is a publicity stunt. After A League of Their Own, David Strathairn continued his long collaboration with John Sayles and built one of the steadiest careers of his generation as a character actor. L.A. Confidential, 1997, The Bourne Ultimatum, 2007, Lincoln, 2012, as Secretary of State William Seward, before George Clooney cast him as CBS journalist Edward R. Murrow in Good Night and Good Luck, 2005, the role that brought him his only Academy Award nomination for Best Actor, and the observation, widely noted at the time, that he had spent 30 years becoming an overnight success. He won the Emmy Award for Temple Grandin, 2010, he voiced the villain in Zootopia 2, 2025, and continues working across film and stage. He is 77 years old as of March 2026. Bill Pullman was born William James Pullman on December 17, 1953, in Hornell, New York, one of 7 children. His father was a physician, his mother a nurse. He attended multiple colleges before earning a Master of Fine Arts degree in theater from the University of Massachusetts Amherst, then became an adjunct professor at Montana State University before deciding he would rather be an actor than teach one. He plays Bob Henson, Dottie's husband, the soldier waiting to come home from the war, the reason Dottie is in baseball in the first place, and the reason she will leave it. The character whose quiet presence through the film carries more weight than his limited screen time would suggest. After A League of Their Own, Bill Pullman appeared in Sleepless in Seattle, 1993, The Last Seduction, 1994, While You Were Sleeping, 1995, Casper, 1995, and then gave the most quoted presidential speech in cinema history as President Thomas J. Whitmore in Independence Day, 1996. He played Detective Harry Ambrose in The Sinner on USA Network from 2017 to 2021, earning Golden Globe and Screen Actors Guild nominations. He played Alex Murdaugh in the Lifetime true crime film Murdaugh Murders, the movie, 2023. He is currently cast as Jack in Netflix's The Burrows, 2025, alongside former co-star Geena Davis. He has been married to modern dancer Tamara Hurwitz since 1987. Their son Louis Pullman is now a major film star, known for Top Gun, Maverick, 2022, and a planned Spaceball sequel in which father and son will appear together. He is 72 years old as of March 2026. Megan Cavanagh was born on November 8, 1960, in Chicago, Illinois, raised in River Forest alongside 4 siblings. Her father was Jim, her mother Rita. She graduated from Oak Park and River Forest High School at 16 and attended Rosary College, now Dominican University, in River Forest, graduating in 1982. She was an original member of the New Age Vaudeville Theater troupe in Chicago, working alongside I.O. Theater founder Del Close. She performs in what is possibly the most specifically uncomfortable scene in the film, the tryout scene in which Ernie Capadino dismisses her on the spot because of her looks, then has to walk it back when he sees her hit. She plays Marla Hooch, the second baseman whose swing is so devastating that the entire league adjusts its infield positioning around it, and who leaves the team for the man who loves her, in a departure the film treats with more grace than most sports movies would. After the film, Megan Cavanagh appeared in Mel Brooks' Robin Hood, Men in Tights, 1993, and Dracula, Dead and Loving It, 1995, had a recurring role on Home Improvement as the woman who eventually marries the mysterious Al Borland, and provided the the voice of Judy Neutron, Jimmy's warm, perpetually startled mother, in the Oscar-nominated animated feature Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, 2001, and the subsequent Nickelodeon series, which she has called her favorite role. She has performed as Earth Mother in Menopause, the musical, since 2004. She is a breast cancer survivor, diagnosed in 2014. Her sister Mary Kay died of brain cancer on October 23, 2010. She was married to filmmaker Anne Chamberlain from 2008 until their divorce in 2020. She is 65 years old as of March 2026. Tracy Reiner was born Tracy Henry on July 7, 1964, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the daughter of Penny Marshall and her first husband, Michael Henry. Both parents were 19 when she was born. Penny Marshall, not yet famous, was in no position to raise a child alone in New York, and Tracy spent her earliest years living between sets of grandparents in New York and New Mexico. One grandmother had a dancing school, the Marshallettes, through which Tracy performed on the Jerry Lewis telethon while still small. When Tracy was 8, her father, believing Los Angeles would offer her more opportunities, arranged for her to move to California. This was shortly after her mother had married director Rob Reiner, who legally adopted Tracy and gave her his surname. Her uncle was filmmaker Gary Marshall. Her adoptive paternal grandparents were comedian Carl Reiner and actress Estelle. 15 of her relatives worked for the United States Atomic Energy Commission in New Mexico. She plays Betty Spaghetti Horn, left fielder and occasional relief pitcher for the Rockford Peaches, a player whose nickname requires no explanation, in a film directed by her own mother. After the film, Tracy Reiner appeared in Apollo 13, 1995, The Princess Diaries, 2001, and several other productions before. Transitioning primarily to production work and family life, she is the mother of 5 children and serves as president of the Hollywood Women's Club. Her mother, Penny Marshall, who directed this film, died of complications from diabetes in December 2018 at the age of 75. Her adoptive father, Rob Reiner, and his wife, Michelle, were found stabbed to death in their Brentwood home on December 14, 2025. Their son, Nick Reiner, 32, who had a history of schizophrenia and had been living with his parents at the time, has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and has pleaded not guilty. Rob was 78, Michelle was 70. Tracy told NBC News she was in shock and said she came from the greatest family ever. Nick Reiner's preliminary hearing is scheduled for September 2026. She is 61 years old as of March 2026. The film was preserved in the Library of Congress National Film Registry in 2012 for being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. The All-American Girls Professional Baseball League it depicts ran for 12 seasons after the war ended, finally disbanding in 1954, 10 years longer than the film implies. Thanks for sticking to the end. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest Where Are They Now? Videos exploring your favorite casts from the past